Today, fellow Yukis, we got a little bit of a serious video today. It's not about a game per se, but it's about documentation. What type of documentation we're learning about today? We're talking about sponsorships and we're talking about affiliation documentation. So today, 3 days ago, Final Gear is a company. Why am I showing you guys this? Because I'm going for something here. So Final Gear Tech is starting to be it's a technology company that goes for smartwatches, audio, keyboards, mouse pads, and more material. Final Gear is your final destination, quotation marks final destination, for premium tech products like smartwatches, earphones, headphones, speakers, keyboards, mice, and much more. Our products are meticulously designed for unparalleled precision, performance, and style. Elevate your setup and next level today. So that's their message. And the reason why I'm sharing this today is because I am going for their first level affiliation. Now you might be wondering, wait a second, you just could go for affiliation and just get the code. But here's the thing. When you talk about sponsorships, affiliations, you have to read what they call the contract or the documentation or the fine print. And I wanted to show you guys why you have to do that because it's important. So we have the documentation here. Now keep in mind anybody can apply, but not everybody's gonna get sponsored right away. So let's go ahead and read um the the partnership program documentation. And I'm only going through this because I want to show you guys why it's important to read everything. Okay? We're always gonna go to the affiliation rule and before we do our Mario. So Final Gear partnership program. You have five, six, five levels. The first two levels covered the entry level, like partnership level one, two, and then once you get to level three, that's when you get sponsorship. So you have to go through their cycle. So partnership tier one, the affiliate, which is you, is granted a unique partnership code for promoting Final Gear products. That's obvious. You get code. For example, if I say use code Yuki5 for a 5% discount, that's what I'm referring to when it talks to code. Everybody knows about that portion. Here's where else what we have to know about. The affiliate will receive a 5% discount code and a 5% profit share on each product sold, applicable only to Final Gear products. Which means, so if my code is Yuki5, YUUK5, KI number 5, and I specifically said 5% discount code, that means for point 2, if you buy a product from Final Gear, let's just say it's $100 for the sake of math. So 5% off $100 is $5. So you still have to pay the $100, but the profit percent from that, if you use my code, 5% goes to the affiliate, and then that's part of the deal. Okay, but you only can use that code on Final Gear product. Okay, the next point required is this: after using the code 15 times, which is 15 times using the code whatever code you want, then you get promoted to what they call partnership 2. When then you go to what you call senior affiliate. It's exactly the exact same thing. The only difference now, instead of 5%, it's 25%. So basically saying you're going to make about 15% more. Wait, let me see. No, 20% more. Excuse me, my math was off. So, with that being said, exactly the same. But my code is going to be the same. Okay? Let's just say my code is the same, even though it's no longer, it's going to be, instead of Yuki 5 for 5%, it's now Yuki 5 for 25%. Okay? Same deal. You still have to use it 15 times. If you use it 15 times, you get promoted to what they call partner status, and this is where the fun begins. That's where you get sponsored. Okay? So, so the total amount of times you need to use your code is 30 in order to get to the partner program, which is the first level of being sponsored. To qualify as a junior partner, now there is a way to get through without going through junior, without going through the affiliation, and that is this: to qualify as a junior partner without affiliation program, the applicant will be given a sales code. They must generate as many sales during a 30-day period tracked to the code. Based on results and the promotional efforts during the 30-day period, the partnership may be accepted and offered a sponsorship based on performance. The junior partner receives recognition and benefits, including promotion on Final Gear social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, etc. So basically, how this works is they're going to give you a code, but instead of tracking it by yourself and them, they're going to base it on how many. How do you promote your code? Do you promote it in videos? Do you promote it on YouTube? Do you promote it on TikTok? Do you promote it on Facebook? Whatever you do, and whoever buys it, they track it because there's a specific ID. So in web programming, you have an ID. Each thing you do online and each thing you put has an ID, and that ID is tracked by whoever is the controller. The controller in this case is Final Gear. So, so when you use the code that's given to you, they track that and they track how many times it has been used to buy items from Final Gear. If you get as many as you can, they're going to go for as many as you can get in 30 days. If they like it, they're going to promote you, they're going to jump you. They're going to jump you from partnership tier 1 all the way to junior partner. But don't just assume that just because you promote it a lot doesn't mean you're going to go right away to junior partner. They still might have you at partnership 2, for example. Okay? Then we get then it gets very interesting in partners after senior partner. In senior partner, to attain senior partner, the existing junior partner must show growth and have a steady stream of Final Gear product sales, as well as marketing efforts for this cooperation. In addition to recognition, senior partners receive a financial boost of $250 per month. That's number two. Number three, the senior partner will also receive a one time $50 budget for the purchase of Final Gear products applicable for giveaways or team member purchases at discounted price. So this one is more of keep going, the keep going factor. Okay, you have to show growth. Don't just stop promoting your code just because you got junior partner. If you want senior partner and the benefits, you have to keep going. You cannot just stop at guys, I'm a senior partner now. Um please here's my here's my code. Yeah, you still have to keep going. So the second point was, in addition to recognition, senior partners, if you keep the membership thing, you get a financial boost of $250 per month. Very straightforward. That's very straightforward to understand. Basically, you get paid $250 per month if you're a senior partner. Also, as they mentioned here, the senior partner will also receive a one-time budget of $50 for purchasing anything of Final Gear. So any headphones, watches, all that good stuff, $50 just for you. But it's only a one time. The $250 per month is every month, assuming that you stay as a senior partner. Okay, the final level is called executive partner. Those are those who secure sponsorship of $500 or more plus. Executive partner receives exceptional benefits, including the following: recognition as an executive partner on all promotions materials, a quality scholarship, excuse me, a quarterly sponsorship of 5 free Final Gear products for giveaways or team members. That's you guys, the Yuki fam, by the way. I could give away something from Final Gear as a thank you for you guys benefiting and supporting the channel and all that good stuff. Then, not only that, you also get executive partnership opportunities with other brands, Megani Limited Holdings. So you get partnership opportunities, and that's exclusive. Okay, so basically, this level is the highest you can go. That's sponsorships of $500 or more, and you get the promotion material, executive partner promotion material, and you get 5 free products for giveaways, and that's every quarter. So quarter for a year has 12 months. A quarter of a year is 3 months. So for example, January to March is one quarter. April and June, maybe April to June is one quarter, quarter two. July, September, July to September, quarter three. October to December is quarter four. So in those 3 months, you get your 5 free gear product for your giveaways. So for example, let's just say, hey, my box arrived from Final Gear. Today I'm gonna give away this mouse, for example. It could be a mouse, it could be a headphone, it could be a keyboard, it could be anything they sell on the site. Okay, here's the catch, and we're gonna go over the affiliation rules in a moment for this video. The general terms and conditions. All affiliates, partners, and executive partners agree to conduct themselves in a manner consistent with the values of the reputation of Final Gear. The partnership is subject to periodic review, and Final Gear reserves the right to terminate the partnership at its discretion. All revenue sharing and credits provided are non transferable and subject to change with notice. So let's go over that again. Um, so the first one is very, very straightforward. You agree to conduct yourself in a manner consistent with the values and reputation of Final Gear. Basically, follow the rules, be a good boy, kind of thing. The second one says partnership is subject to periodic review. They have the right to terminate the contract at any time or partnership at any time. And it's every period. We do not know what the period is, but they review how they are you doing. Okay, so that is why you have to read the fine print. Second, final thing here on this document: all revenue sharing and credits provided are non-transferable and subject to change with notice. So basically, you cannot share. Okay, you cannot share. You cannot transfer to another user. You cannot do this and that. Transfer this, transfer that. You know, the non-transferable. That's for you and for you only. Now, of course, the money you can do whatever you want with it. I'm gonna use it for MOPs. But yeah, that's how it's gonna. That's how you play with it. Okay. Now I want to go over the affiliation rules. This is important too for today's important video. Usually I don't do videos like this, but knowing how sponsorships are, You have to read the fine print, and you also have to read the documentation that comes with your sponsorship. Now, keep in mind, this is for Final Gear Technology. Remember, Elgato has their own contract. Nintendo has their own documentation. This is just an example, okay? But this is actually something I'm going for now. So this is something that you have to learn too. So here we go. So this is talking about the documentation on the affiliates and partners code of conduct. At Final Gear Tech, we are committed to maintaining the highest standards of integrity, professionalism, and ethical conduct in all our business practices, including our affiliations and sponsorships. Our code of conduct serves as a guideline for our employees, partners, affiliates, and sponsored individuals to uphold these following principles. By engaging in any form of affiliation or sponsorship with Final Gear Tech, you agree to abide for the following code. The first one is called professionalism. Affiliates and sponsored partners of Final Gear Tech are expected to conduct themselves with the utmost professionalism at all times when representing the company. This includes communicating respectfully with customers, colleagues, and other stakeholders. Stakeholders, the higher ups, the money people. Colleagues, anybody in that area. Customers, any other those who need help, and like if you need to help them out, that kind of thing. Transparency. Transparency is the second rule. Affiliate and sponsored partners must be transparent in their dealings with customers regarding their relationship with Final Gear Technologies. Any sponsored content or affiliate links should be clearly disclosed to ensure transparency and maintain the trust with the audience. So, for example, so there is another example. In my videos, I can do this in any video because they actually allow me to. And to prove that, I message them this question. I message them this question. Question for the sales code. I can promote it in any videos I have as a graphic and any stuff. In addition, what are the deliverables? Like I would like to say anything in special in the video. I cannot wait to get started. And they replied to me with, yes, you can promote in any way you see fit. Okay. Okay. Now that we got that part down, so now you get an idea of where this is going. That's transparency because I'm communicating with them. Then I'm also communicating with you guys by showing you, hey, if you want to buy something from Final Gear Technologies, link is in the description below. Use my code, whatever I'm gonna put the code as, and then that's automatic transparency because I clearly say it's in the description of the video and it's clearly disclosed. And that's transparency. And I'm already transparent with you guys as the audience. And that is for anything Final Gear Technologies, any sponsored content or affiliate links. For the first round, it's an affiliate link. But once we get into sponsored material, if we ever get there, then I still have to transparent with you guys. The next rule is accuracy. Accuracy. This is mostly for partners, but I need to read that. Partners should ensure that any information, claims, or representations made about Final Gear Technology products are accurate and truthful. Misleading or false information is strictly prohibited. So it's talking about the products itself, like the mouse, the keyboard, the headphones. There are claims like it's broken or something like that. If it's broken, but it's not broken, that's not good. That's inaccurate. You have to be correct. You have to be 100% accurate when it comes to claims and representations and that good stuff. Okay? Good. Number 4, compliance with laws and regulations. Affiliate and sponsor partners must comply with all applicable laws and regulations, including those related to Number one, advertising. Number two, consumer protection. And number three, data privacy. So this is important too, especially when it comes to selling of goods, products, and stuff. So, related to advertising, this has to comply with make sure that it's correct. Okay, and you have to make sure all the laws and regulations are good. Okay, so you cannot do false advertising. You cannot um, mislead your customers, and especially this one, the last one, data privacy. Make sure when you do your marketing, you don't say, "Hey, give me your email address." Don't do that. That's illegal. Okay, especially data privacy. Number five. Excuse me. Well, I have to talk about one more thing about number four. Number four, consumer protection. Make sure that you are protecting the consumer as well. Okay, with the advertising. Make sure you say something like your data will not be disclosed. Something in that area. Number five, brand representation. Um, Partners are expected to represent the Final Gear technology brand in a positive light and adhere to the company's brand guidelines when creating content and promoting products. This includes using approved logos, imagery, and messaging. So basically, this if you are in the higher level, the partner level, you are allowed to do promotions. You're allowed to do content. You're allowed to do anything to promote them. The catch is you have to be positive. Positive meaning, hey, check out this keyboard. This keyboard lights up very nicely done, and the keyboard is mechanical or something like that. If you're into mechanical keyboards, and this is for you, something positive. The also other thing is you may have to make sure that the logo, the imagery, and the message that's coming across the promotion is representative of the brand in a positive light. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot use fake logos when promoting and your company of choice. This doesn't have to be Final Gear Tech. This can be Elgato. This can be Kmart if that exists. If you sponsored by Walmart logo, it has to be approved by the company before you make absolute sure that in your promotion material the logo is correct, it's approved, the imagery is approved, and the messaging is approved. If you have any questions, feel free to contact your company that you are trying to get a sponsor for because they want to make sure you're okay. They want to make sure you're in the right path before you make a promotion, especially with logos because there's fakes around there. Because anybody can make the Final Gear like the Final Gear Technologies logo like that. That looks simple to make. Okay, make sure though it's coming from them. So they might give you a fan kit or something like that. Number six, conflict of interest. Affiliate and sponsor partners should avoid conflicts of interest that may compromise their ability to impartially promote Final Gear Tech products. Any potential conflicts should be disclosed to the company. In this case, the Final Gear. So basically, any if you have a conflict of interest, like there's another company you're interested in that also sells keyboards, mouse, and all that, and then Final Gear does the same thing. That's a conflict of interest because both of them do the same thing. If in that case conflict of interest, you have to bring it up to Final Gear. In my case, I don't have anybody yet, so I'm good. So I'm good to play with it just in case in the future if I see something else, then you have to bring it up with them. That's how you play with that. Number 7, respect for intellectual property, IP. Partners must respect the intellectual property rights of Final Gear Tech and third parties. This includes not using copyrighted material without permission and avoiding authorized use of trademarks or logos. Now, the Final Gear technology logos are fine because that's from them. That's okay. But it's when you get to the third parties that's not okay. You have to tell them, hey, I'm gonna be using your logo for a promotion coming up. Is it okay if I use your logo? If they say yes, go ahead. If they say no, don't. That's very straightforward out there. And make sure you provide the correct documentation when doing your thing. Okay? Next, number 8. Numero ocho, responsible marketing practices. Affiliate and sponsor partners should engage in responsible marketing practices, avoiding spamming, deceptive tactics, or any form of unethical promotion. For example, like I mentioned earlier, data. Nowadays, you see a lot of scams talking about, hey, get this gear, and then all of a sudden you get a bad link. That bad link will go to download malware. You don't want that. So you have to avoid spamming. You have to avoid deceptive tactics. For example, let's just say I'm not going to do this, but I'm just giving you an example. Let's just say that I'm going to sell merch um, for Francis the Hedgehog. I will actually sell merch, but for the sake of this example, let's just say I'm doing it. So I'm going to sell this Francis the Hedgehog t shirt talking about Emerald Peace. Okay, keep in mind he's not part of Emerald Peace. That's why I'm giving you as an example. Okay, he's not. So what I just did there was what they call number 2, deceptive tactics. He was never going to be in Emerald Peace, and according to our leader Blueberry, he's not. So that would have been a deceptive tactic because I'm selling something that's not going to happen. With this Francis the Hedgehog is part of Emerald Peace. No, that's incorrect. If I said, however, Francis the Wolf Emerald Piece, that's not deceptive. That's going to happen. So I'm playing as Francis the Wolf in Emerald Piece. So yes. So that will not be a deceptive tactic. That would be correct. So that's fine. The next one is unethical promotion. That one deals with like don't just promote and just promote and promote and promote and promote on other streams. That's wrong. And in some cases, in a lot of circles, if you self promote anything, if on my stream I have a rule, don't self promote unless I say yes. So if you self promote on on my channel later tonight, 5:30 when we do our Mario thingy, that's not good. That's unethical promotion. Okay, and I will ban you. No, no, I'm not kidding. But for this example, let's say yep, yep. Okay. Number 9, compliance reporting. Partners are encouraged to report any violations of the code of conduct or unethical behavior they encounter at Final Gear Tech Program Manager for prompt investigation and resolution. So basically, this is telling you you have the right to report any violations if you feel that somebody is breaking the rules of conduct. Okay, so they give you this right. Remember, that's number 9. I'm gonna read it again. Partners are encouraged to report any violations of this code of conduct or unethical behavior they encounter at Final Gear. Excuse me, to Final Gear's tech programmer for a prompt investigation and resolution. You have this right. Okay? And finally, the consequences. And I think this would be very straightforward at this point. Violations of this code of conduct may result in disciplinary action, including the termination of affiliation or sponsorship agreements as deemed appropriate by Final Gear Tech. By adhering to this code of conduct, we uphold Final Gear's Tech commitment to excellence, integrity, and ethical business conduct in all aspects of affiliations and sponsorships. So we went through the documentation of Final Gear technologies for partners and affiliates code of conduct. Today we also reviewed the partnership program in terms of like the levels, what you get. The reason why we did this today is an exercise. It's an exercise for those who are trying to get a sponsorship or some type of program for video gamers, for gamers. This does not have to be Final Gear Technologies, by the way. I'm just showing you this because I got access to this. Okay? Because actually they just actually put it on their Twitter for anybody to see. Actually. So that's good. So that's how they're being transparent. We also learn about this because you want if you're going to let's just say you're going to do a contract for a job. Okay, a job contract. And they have something like a level program like Final Gear does. Read the fine print and read absolutely every word that is on that contract. It's very important that you read every word because remember, part of the job contract too is your rights and your payment. For sure your rights. What you right to like your like right to do this and to do that. You have to read the fine print, especially when it comes to a job contract. This contract or this thing is for a technology company who's looking for sponsoring um, hopeful. Okay, but remember, you have to read it correctly. Failure to do so will make you termination. Okay, you don't want that. You don't want termination. You want promotion. Okay, so yes, reading the fine print is extremely important. It does not matter if you're going for a sponsorship for Elgato, Final Gear, even your job has a contract, kind of a contract thing. You have to go by the rules. You have to learn about your paycheck. You have to learn about your rights, all that good stuff. In this case, our right to number nine, I believe was number nine. Yes, we have the right to report anything that is incorrect. Okay, that's gonna do it. If you guys learn about sponsorship contracts or partnership contracts, let me know. I'm not gonna do this type of video every time. I just find it interesting to read some of this, but obviously I'm going for it. I don't have my code yet, so you cannot just go right away. But once I get my code, then I'm gonna have to abide by all this stuff: the accuracy, transparency, professionalism, accuracy, brand recognition, compliance, code of conflict of interest. All this I have to abide by. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so if you see me do videos with like Final Gear Tech, that's because the I have a code and I have to be transparent. It does not matter how I do it though. It's okay as long as I do it. So if you see me on TikTok on a Mario Kart game, and all of a sudden, hey, this ad for Final Gear Tech, but the code there on the bottom, that's how you do it. That's okay as long as you are transparent. That's the number one. I really think if you rank the rules by importance. Transparency should be number one. Professionalism should be number two. Accuracy should be number three. And then number four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Okay, that's how I would rank them. Okay, that's all for now. We'll see you guys in about 1 hour and 14 minutes after recording this video. If you enjoyed what you learned, hit that like, hit that share, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on our next business talk.